Lately I've been trying to find out what cables to use to charge my phone at home, at work, in my car, from a battery pack, and I found some interesting things during these trials and I would like to share them with you. For example, just so you know where we are going to start from. This is a standard Samsung 5 volts 1 amp charger, and we will use this one to test all the cables. It will be easier like this. So I will plug it in. Sorry for the noise. Of course there isn't too much room in here, but I want to show you that I'm not plugging it somewhere else. I've got this app installed, Galaxy Charging Current. It will tell me what's the battery doing, its charge percent, and its temperature. Okay, I've plugged it in. And now you can see this charger with this cable is giving me about 850 milliamps. Its maximum is 1000 milliamps, but this is what remains after what the screen is using and what the CPU, memory and everything else inside this phone. So this is what it's going into the battery with this cable and this charger. This I found out is about the maximum that my phone will allow the battery to take at any given moment. So now I will change the cables and show you how many amps other cables can do with the same charger. I will not stop the video so you can be sure I'm not cheating or anything. Okay. This is a ribbon cable. I've got this one from a pair of Bluetooth headphones, sorry. Okay. You can see it's a huge drop in milliamps. With this cable it would probably take about 4 times longer to charge this phone. I've been using this cable at work, and before using this app I had no idea why it was charging so slow. I liked this cable because it was thin and ribbon-like, and it has a nice feeling to it. You wouldn't have a clue that it can carry only this much amps, or rather milliamps in our case. Of course, ignore the last three digits. That's about 200 milliamps, not 200,000 milliamps. I don't know why the app is made like this, but yeah, anyway, let's continue. Okay, this is another ribbon cable, a little bit thicker this time, but I also really like this one. Okay, you can see we are at about 500 milliamps. Of course, this will also change and become lower as the battery goes above 90%, but we are still way lower than that, so this is not a factor. And of course it would change if the phone would be doing some processing or downloading or something in the background, but we are not doing any of that, so what you see here is pretty real. You also see the maximum is changing with these cables, with some of them. So yeah, this is pretty decent. I'm using this in my car, but it's not giving the phone the maximum the charger can put out. But if you have a charger that is lower than this, than 500 milliamps, then yeah, it will give the maximum. Okay, another cable. This one I just bought and I have no clue what it will do. I hope something close to 800. Well, actually no. So the thickness of the cable isn't always a good measure of how much current it can take. Usually the thicker ones can take more current, but this isn't something that you can take for sure. Okay, this is not great but pretty decent still, so I'm going to use this cable. Okay, now another thing that I want to tell you about. You can see this is a standard USB cable until here. No, sorry, until here actually, and then is plugged into a USB extender. Well, this cable before the USB extender was giving me 800 milliamps, so this was a great cable. I've done this here so they don't get out by themselves, disconnect. But now after connecting to this one, you will see we are way lower. Although even the extender was a very good cable. So in this case the problem is the length. With a longer cable wire you also get a drop in voltage and it seems in this case in current also. So yeah, this is still decent, but it's not charging my phone at its maximum speed. So beware of extremely long cables. But if you really need them, then at least try to get a thicker one, and maybe you are lucky with this. Now I will show you, one moment. This is a charger from Sony Ericsson, from their first oh, I can't remember its name now, sorry. Their first smartwatch. I think it was, sorry for the noise, I think it was LiveView, Sony LiveView or something like this. It's only 350 milliamps, this charger. And you can see is actually outputting more than its rating, but this charger will heat up a little bit while charging above its rating. So be careful when using chargers that are of lower power than the charger that came with your phone. You can charge with them, sorry, but they heat up a little bit, so be careful about this. And please, 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 please do not use cheap Chinese made no names. I've opened up a few of them and they are incredible hazards, fire hazards and shock hazards. Do not use them. Use only brand ones, please. Okay, and now the last one. This is one moment, pretty powerful charger. It's from a tablet. It outputs 5 volts and 3 amps. So you would think that this is great for charging your phone, but be careful for the noise again. Okay, you will find out in a moment that it's not that great. So again, 800. This makes it clear that this is the maximum current that the phone will allow. So using for at least S4 Mini, Samsung S4 Mini, using a charger bigger than 1 amp is useless. 1000 milliamps is the maximum, and the phone will actually use a little bit less than that after, of course, if after it uses for the screen, processor, etc. Of course, if you hello, I'm there. If you shut down your screen, it will charge faster because you don't have anything else using power. Actually, the CPU in standby a little bit, but not as much as like when you're using it. So again, be careful. Even this will not heat up this charger because it can output this much power without any problems, but this can force a little bit too much power into your phone. I've charged my phone with this only a few times in extreme cases when I did not have any other charger, and it got pretty hot, my phone and battery. So yeah, for this phone clearly 1 amp is the sweet spot, like you say, and any charger bigger or lower than this is not great, and you should use it only in extreme cases. So this is about all I had to say, and yeah, this app is I think only for Samsung phones, so I'm not sure you can get it on other phones, but maybe there are other apps for different manufacturers. It's nice to see how fast your phone is charging, or at how many amps. And there are some devices that you put just before your phone and or after your charger, and they show you on their display how much current is going into the phone, how much current passed through them. So you can see, if you start from zero with your battery, you can see that maybe a old battery only has 1000 milliamps instead of 1800, because the battery capacity decreases over time, and with those you can see this capacity that is going really going into your phone, not just by guessing. So yeah, and be careful of what USB cables you are buying, because like you seen in this video, there is a incredibly huge difference between them. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me, write them in the comments. Like, subscribe, dislike, you know what to do, because it's YouTube. So thanks for watching again, and bye.